Chapter 1, Section 4, The Invocation of the Theurgic Powers. It perplexes me greatly to form a conception how they who are invoked as superior beings are likewise commanded like inferiors. Also that they require the worshipper to be just, although when entreated, they themselves consent to perform unjust acts. They will not hearken to the person who is invoking them if he is not pure from sexual contamination, yet they themselves do not hesitate to lead chance individuals into unlawful sexual relations. Chapter 1, Section 5, Sacrifices and Prayers. I am likewise in doubt in regard to the sacrifices, what utility or power they possess in the world and with the gods, and for what reason they are performed, appropriate for the beings thus honored and advantageously for the persons who present the gifts. Footnote 14. This paragraph is taken from Part 5, Chapter 1, and is not found in the text of the letter as we have it. It is quoted there as belonging in this place. In the original Greek text, the preceding paragraph appears in unbroken connection with the one which follows, and in dividing them we find it necessary to add a clause to introduce the subject. The gods also require that the interpreters of the oracles observe strict abstinence from animal substances, in order that they may not be made impure by the fumes from the bodies. Yet they themselves are allured most of all by the fumes of the sacrifices of animals. Chapter 1, Section 6, Conditions for Successful Results. It is also required that the beholder must be pure from the contact of anything dead, and yet the rites employed to bring the gods hither, many of them, are made effective through dead animals. Footnote 15. Greek, an epot, seer, or beholder. A person admitted to the higher degrees of initiation. The perfective rite leads the way as the moisis, or mystic initiation, says Proclus, and after that is the epopteia, or beholding. Theon describes it as 3 degrees, the purification, initiation, and beholding of the divine vision. Mr. Robert Brown Jr. explained the last of these very fully. This is the autopsia, or personal inspection, the crown of mysteries, the epopteia, or divine beholding, and he becomes an epoptes, or contemplator. As the autoptic visions are the principal topic in this work, the term beholder is adopted uniformly for several words of the same import. What then is more preposterous than these things, that a human being, inferior in dignity, should make use of threats, not to a daemon or soul of some dead person, but to the Sun King himself, or to the moon, or some one of the divine ones in the sky, himself uttering falsehood in order that they may be caused to speak the truth. For the declaration that he will assail the sky, that he will reveal to view the arcana of Isis, that he will expose to public gaze the ineffable symbol in the innermost sanctuary. He will stop the Baris, that, like Typhon, he will scatter the limbs of Osiris, or do something of a similar character. What is it but an extravagant absurdity, threatening what he neither knows how nor is able to perform? What dejection of spirit does it not produce in those who, like children, destitute of intelligence, are dismayed by groundless fear and terrified by these false alarms? And yet, Chiramon, the scribe of the temple, records these things as current discourse among the Egyptian priests. It is also said that these threats and other of like tenor are very violent. Footnote 16. As the term Egyptian is applied only in this work to individuals of sacerdotal rank, the designation of priest is added. The hierogrammatus, or scribe of the temple, was a priest of the lower class, and his duty was to keep the records, teach students the religious observances, and take care that they were duly obedient. The prophets were superior to the scribes. The Temple of Egypt, like those of Babylonia, were seminaries for instruction, and all departments of science and philosophy were included in their teachings as being sacred learning.